Hey, what's up guys? My name is here. Thank you so much for tuning in. So in today's episode, I'm going to be naming you 10 fragrances that you can buy for your loved ones this Christmas. Now, 5 of these fragrances, they carried in gift sets, and the other 5, they just sell out on its own. So let's jump right into it. So I'm going to start off with the gift sets first. The first one is by the house of Giorgio Armani. This one is called Acqua Eau de Parfum. This one is just like the original. They took the original and gave it more richness to it. It has some of the other flankers into it, like the Profondo and the Profumo, along with the original DNA Acqua Eau. Very pleasant, very citrusy, very bright. Great one. So if your loved ones, they love that Acqua Eau, the original one, they will definitely like this one. This one's more richer. It lasts longer. So it's definitely a great one to check out by the house of Giorgio Armani. Next one I chose by the house of Mont Blanc, and this one's Explorer. Very pleasant fragrance. It has an opening, it smells really close, identical to the niche fragrance Creed Aventus. Opens up very citrusy, bright. Then we get some leather in it there, some vetiver, so it has a nice smokiness to it. I love this one. It's very long lasting, great for the fall and winter this time. I got many compliments with this one, and it's a really reasonable price in the discounters if they're looking for something in the realm of the Creed Aventus. So they will definitely like this one by the house of Mont Blanc. Next one I chose by the house of Ralph Lauren, and this is a Polo Blue Parfum. This one has that nice sweetness to it, along with that freshness to it. That's like kind of like a fabric softener. Very clean, very pleasant. Works for all ages. I see it's one of those fragrances that can be worn casually, formally. Can work in all situations, and it's a great blind buy in my opinion. So definitely check this one out by the house of Ralph Lauren. Next one I chose by the house of Hermes, and the one that I have is Terre D'Hermes Eau de Parfum, but the Eau de Toilette one is the best. Nice woody, spicy fragrance. We get some citrus in there. It's a lot of woodiness, a little bit earthiness. Now this one's more for a mature person, mature gentlemen. It's not for the younger crowd. I say probably in their mid-30s and up. It's very different. They have to just smell it first, see if they like it, because it's not one of those fragrances for anybody. But it has good uniqueness, and what's best about this, not a lot of people wear it, so you could stand out, and I really like this one. And I feel like the Eau de Toilette one is geared more towards spring, summer, and fall, early fall, and this Parfum one is great for the fall and winter. It's very dense, it's more rich. You get good performance from it, and it's a very good one by the house of Hermes, so definitely check this one out. And the last one for the gift sets, this one's by the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier, and this one's a Beau, Le Parfum. It has that nice coconut note to it. When I wore it, I always could smell the fragrance, like I don't get nose bind to it. It has nice sweetness, it's rich, it's pleasant. It has good depth to it comparing to the original one. So yeah, this one's definitely a good one. If they're into their sweet fragrances, chances they'll definitely like this one by the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier. Now moving on to the fragrance that they sell just by its own. So for the first one, this is Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Parfum. This is the amber fragrance. It's woody, has a nice tobacco note to it. It's very warm, comforting, cozy. Now this one doesn't have the best projection to it. It's one that sits closer to the skin, but it's very likable. I feel like this can work in all situations. Very pleasant. It's very timeless fragrance. You can't go wrong with this one. Now the Eau de Toilette one is good as well, but just doesn't have the greatest longevity. This one's a little bit better. So if you could get the Eau de Parfum one, definitely get this one. This one's a safe blind buy in my opinion. Next, I chose by the house of Yves Saint Laurent, and this is L'Homme Eau de Parfum. Very nice fragrance. It has that original DNA, but it's more richer. It's a little bit boozy. You got some woodiness into it. Has good sweetness. Again, this doesn't really project as loud, but it sits closer to the skin, and it's very likable. And I feel like this can be worn for all ages. It's one of those safe blind buy fragrances in my opinion. Next, I chose by the house of Hermes, and this one's H24 Eau de Parfum. Now this one's not one of fragrance for everybody. Has a good uniqueness. To it. Has that metallic note. We get some sweetness to it, some green notes to it. Like it has the note oak musk, so you get that kind of like a forest vibe. Clean, very fresh. I really like this one. When I wear it, I wear 5-6 sprays. You can wear as much as spray you want. It's very pleasant, it's very inoffensive. It is better than the Eau de Toilette concentration. The Eau de Toilette concentration, I feel like it was a little bit too sharp. It was a little bit too loud. This one's more like toned down. It's more pleasant in my opinion, and I really like this one. I feel like this one is a good fragrance for the mature gentleman. Again, someone in like the mid-30s and up. It has good uniqueness to it. So if you're looking for something different for your loved ones, this one's a great one to buy for them. So definitely check this one out. Next, I chose by the house of Chanel, and this is Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Now this one's a timeless fragrance, very pleasant. You get some citrus grapefruit in the opening. You get some incense, some sweetness, very elegant. You can't go wrong with this fragrance. You're looking for one fragrance that does everything. This is the one. I know it's very basic and a lot of people already have it, but this one's very safe. And it's great, and it's great for all ages. So definitely check this one out. I recommend get the EDP concentration. The Eau de Toilette concentration projects better, but this one has the better longevity in my opinion. So definitely check this one out by the house of Chanel. And last, I don't have the fragrance here with me. I have a decant of it, and this one's by the house of Chanel again, and this one's Platinum Egoiste. Very fresh, very clean, very masculine. It has like an 80s vibe to it a little bit. One of the fragrances that comes to my mind when I smell it is Calvin Klein's Eternity. This one is just smells more premium, it smells more rich. It has good projection, very nice one. It came out in the early 90s, but you can't go wrong with this fragrance. It's just perfect. And what's great about it, not a lot of people wear it these days because it's from the 90s. So you would stand out, you'd be unique. So I feel like this one's the perfect fragrance. This one's like the #1 fragrance I can name you that I'll be like, buy this one and do 100% like this one. But this one's by the house of Chanel, and this one's Platinum Egoiste. So write down in the comment section below, what fragrances are you buying for your loved ones this Christmas? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. Peace.